What's up guys, welcome to this week's TTG news. We've got a bunch of really interesting triathlon races to talk about, so be sure to stick around. The first thing I want to talk about is the Island House 3-day triathlon challenge. So if you guys haven't heard about this yet, definitely take a good listen because it's really interesting. So this race brings together all the best triathletes like Richard Murray, Flora Duffy, Gwen Jorgensen, all these crazy triathletes, and they bring them together and do a 3-day challenge of different competitions in triathlon, and it all takes place in the Bahamas, of course, in a super nice location. So it's really interesting and really cool. So what they do is they have different challenges on different days to kind of put the long distance racers and the short distance racers at an equal level, so they both have an equal chance of winning the whole challenge. So this way, you know, the people that do long distance get a chance to try the short distance ones. So you can kind of see how all of these athletes would do even if it's not in their specific best discipline. So the first race is a sprint distance triathlon, but it's done in a time trial fashion. So you're not actually racing against other people, you're just on your own by yourself. And this was the first day, and Aaron Royal for the men won this one, and Holly Lawrence for the women won of the first day. So the second day is even more interesting and it's pretty crazy. So it starts off with a swim that's 750 meters, then you got a run that's 5K, then you bike 40K, and then you swim again 750, and then another run for 5K to finish out the race. So this one's pretty cool because you have like 4 transitions and you're doing the sports like a bunch of times. So that's really cool to see, and definitely would be something interesting to try out someday, you know, if I ever go to this freaking thing. So the second day, Richard Murray won, and for the women, Gwen Jorgensen won. And of course, this is all like cumulative, so I guess they put all the times together, and then by the end, they're gonna see who has the shortest time. And the last day is just a sprint distance triathlon, where just normal, like you're racing against all the people at the same time. And the last one for the men was Cam Dye won that one, and then Flora Duffy won the sprint for the women. And then overall, Richard Murray won the whole thing for the men, and Flora Duffy won the whole thing for the women. So definitely a really cool race. I believe this is the first time they do it. I'm not sure, but anyways, really interesting, and I'm definitely going to watch it next year too. So before we move on to more race results, I want to tell you guys about some really interesting earbuds that I just came out. They're called the Jaybird X3s, and I know I don't really usually talk about this stuff, but I just thought it was really interesting and really cool. And for a while, I've seen these earbuds, you know, that are just connected by wire and they're wireless. And they always seem kind of weird and clunky because they had to have big batteries and stuff. But they finally kind of improved them so much that they basically just look like regular earbuds, and they're totally wireless. And I just kind of want to show you guys this because they're only $129 US, so that's pretty cheap for what I think you're getting. And I'll link down below. MKBHD made a really nice video if you want to hear everything about it. But I just thought it'd be really good for us triathletes who, you know, you could use them when you're biking and running. They don't take up a bunch of room, and you don't have to connect them with a wire to your phone. Too bad you can't swim with them. That would be pretty sick. But I know I hate having a wire connected to my phone while I'm running to listen to music. They are a little bit too pricey for me here in Canada because they're a lot more expensive. I think they're 160 bucks. Now for some ITU race news. The Miyazaki Triathlon in Japan is the first one this year, and Utsio Abwin Ares won this race again. This is the second race in a row that he won in the ITU circuit. And for the women, it is Ai Ueda who got first place. And really interesting for her is that she wasn't even in the first pack for the swim. She was pretty far behind, and she actually managed to, I don't even know what she did, but she managed to catch up and beat everybody. So that's pretty sick. All these races in Japan, they have such crazy scenery and like so much high-tech like architecture and stuff that looks really crazy. Definitely makes me want to go to Japan. The Ironman 70.3 in Austin just took place, and the winner for that for the women was Jenny Seymour, and for the men it was Chris Lieferman. So for this race, the swim was actually canceled because there was so much fog, and I guess that made it too dangerous for, I guess, the boats and all of the racers. So I guess it's good that they're keeping it safe, but that would probably kind of suck for a lot of the racers. But it might just make the race a little bit more fun since, you know, you don't really have to worry about the swim and you might not take it as seriously, so you might just have a little bit more fun. But anyways, those were the winners and a pretty interesting race with no swim. And finally, the last results for the races this week is the Los Cabos 70.3. Another really beautiful location, of course, and the winner for that was Angela Neith and Mauricio Mendez, who won for the men. I feel like I'm talking a lot about Mendez. He won the Ironman 70.3 in Cozumel, and he also won the Xterra World Championships. So he's definitely, you know, ripping up the game right now, and pretty cool to see that and see him popping up all over the place. So definitely someone to watch out for in the future. So that's all the news I have for this week. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and be sure to stick around for next week's news. Thanks for watching, guys, and never stop trying.